Hello everyone, and welcome back now for episode 4 of our 100% Mass Effect playthrough. I've been looking forward to playing this one again all week, but we are having some technical problems once again, courtesy of the Stream Deck. It would appear that it has signed me out again, and it is not accepting me signing back in again. I've been trying to get these to work properly whilst the stream was loading there. But it appears to be going through. Like the messages are going through to YouTube, but that's another thing as well. There's no Twitch chat coming through on the Restream chat either. I've got no idea what's going on with them at the minute, but we're going to continue anyway. So if I've missed any chat, blame Stream Deck and Restream. I know it's incredibly rude of them. But anyway, last week, last 2 weeks, we spent a lot of time on the Citadel. We became a Spectre in the first part, in that part 3. Oh, hang on, what's that there? Welcome to the chat. I think everything just seems to have gone all screwed up here now. Never mind. Crack on with the game. Anyway, we amassed quite a few different missions when because we went around like all the different places on the Citadel. We gathered up lots of these missions, and these will appear across different places in the galaxy as we go around, and we'll eventually cycle through them in the hundreds to follow. We have 3 primary missions. Normally, on my normal playthroughs, I do Feros, Novaria, and then find Dr. Tassoni. It just seems to be the way that I tend to do it. But what we're going to do now, though, is before we choose, because I'll let you guys choose which one of the 3 missions that we want to tackle first, where we want to go. But we now have to do something that, I call it doing the rounds. Whenever we complete a primary quest objectives and we return to the Normandy, we now have to go and chat with all the other people to gather up a series of other missions. and also to expand all the different dialogues from them and to open up the different characters, because this is not only a lift simulator, this is also the most complex and elaborate dating simulator ever, and we need to choose who we're going to bang. Normally on my Mass Effect playthroughs it's to Sony, but I'm thinking maybe as we go with Tally with this one. We'll see what you guys think as we go on. Let's see, let's just clear these codex entries as well. We'll maybe have a little session where
50,000 years ago,
we'll go through
the
all of these.
Protheans were the only spacefaring species in the galaxy. They vet.
Oh no, I didn't press the clear button. Hang on. Mark all entries as viewed here. What I'll do is, well, as we go through it, if there's any sort of questions on the lore and what have you, and the various technologies, I can probably answer a good chunk of them myself as we go anyway, to be fair. Let's see, reduce everything to gel because we have the Pistol of the Gods. We don't need to upgrade anything. Squad. That's not what I'm going to click on. Journal. Mark all as red because we know about all these assignments. No, but where would be the fun of that? Commander Shepard was put in the universe for one purpose, and that was to bang everything that moves, and probably things that don't. Hello there, and welcome to the stream. We're just starting there, and I'm getting all sorts of buzzers and notifications. Everything has gone technically completely wrong tonight.
Commander.
There we go, let's talk to Joker anyway.
How's the Normandy performing? Is she everything they said she'd be?
She's the best ship in the fleet, if you've got a pilot who knows how to handle her. Balance isn't what you'd expect. Takes a while to get used to that oversized drive core we got stuffed in the back, and her power can sneak up on you if you're not careful. The Normandy's probably too much ship for your average Alliance pilot, Commander. Lucky for you, I'm anything but average.
That's a thing as well, I completely forgot as well. But as normal, I won't talk over the dialogue because obviously I want you to assimilate as much of the story as possible because there's going to be a test at the end. But if it's too loud or too quiet, just scream. The wiggly lines look alright. So we'll see how it goes.
How's the Normandy performing? Is she everything they said she'd be?
She's the best ship in balance. The Normandy's probably too much ship for your average Alliance pilot, Commander. Lucky for you, I'm anything but average.
I like to know my crew. Mind if I ask you a few questions?
I can see where this is going. You did a background check on me, didn't you? Well, I'll tell you the same thing I told the captain. You want me as your pilot. I'm not good. I'm not even great. I am the best damn helmsman in the Alliance fleet. Top of my class in flight school, I earned that. All those commendations in my file, I earned every single one. Those weren't given to me as charity for my disease.
I'm sorry, Joker. I didn't even know you were sick.
You mean you didn't know? Oh, crap. Okay, I've got Vrolik syndrome, brittle bone disease. The bones in my legs never develop properly. They're basically hollow, too much force and they'll shatter. Even with crutches and my leg braces, it's hard to get around. One wrong step and crack! It's very dramatic, but I've learned to manage my condition, Commander. Put the Normandy in my hands and I'll make her dance for you. Just don't ask me to get up and dance unless, you like the sound of snapping shin bones.
Could add to the music. No royalty, it will not be a multiple choice. It will be a series of 2,000 word essays that I'll be asking for at the end of the complete 100% Mass Effect Trilogy playthrough.
Why does everyone call you Joker?
It's a lot shorter than saying Alliance Flight Lieutenant Jeff Moreau. Plus, I love to make little children laugh.
I was just thinking how much you remind me of Santa Claus.
Look, I didn't pick the name. One of the instructors in flight school used to bug me about never smiling. She started calling me Joker, and it stuck.
Be careful, royalty. I may come up with some test questions for you to write an essay on tea.
Why didn't you ever smile?
Hey, I worked my ass off in flight school, Commander. The world's not gonna hand you anything if you go around grinning like an idiot. By the end of the year, I was the best pilot in the academy, even better than the instructors, and everybody knew it. They'd all got their asses kicked by the sickly kid with the creaky little legs. One guess who was smiling at graduation?
I need to know more about this Rolex syndrome if I'm putting my ship in your hands.
Yeah, of course you do. It's an extremely rare condition. Nobody knows exactly what causes it. Genetic, maybe. It's treatable, but there's no cure. They classify my case as moderate to severe. I was born with over a dozen fractures, hip, thighs, ankles. My bones were already breaking in the womb. 100 years ago, I wouldn't have survived past my first year. Lucky for me, modern medical science has turned me into a productive member of society.
You're not gonna break a bone trying to fly the ship, are you?
I don't fly with my feet, Commander, so I'm fine as long as I'm in this chair. I gotta be real careful when I get up to take a piss, though. I can do my job as well as anyone on the ship. Better, actually. So don't worry about it.
I'm not trying to make you uncomfortable. Let's talk about something else.
Whatever you want, Commander.
How'd you end up joining the Alliance?
Look, if you're looking for an inspirational tale of the crippled kid overcoming impossible odds, you're gonna be disappointed. My mother was a civilian contractor working for the Alliance. I basically grew up on the Arcturus station back when they were building up the fleets. Spend all that time around Alliance ships, there's a good chance you'll end up going to the Academy.
I have to go.
Alright, see ya.
That's one person down in the rounds. Grab a few of these codex entries as well, because we'll have like a session where we'll we'll rummage through them. We're still parked at the Citadel. So if we went through there, we wind up back on the Citadel docks. Now I think we actually gathered up all of the points along here, but I'll just slowly wander to make sure that we got them. So this here is the galactic map as well, where we'll be. This is where we sort of like go to choose our missions and where we go. So it's at the back of the Normandy. This is like a Turian design where they don't they put sort of like the command center in the primary hull of the ship, so that it's not as easy to get destroyed. You know, like you think about the Enterprise in Star Trek, the bridge is exposed right on the top of the saucer module, where you can shoot at it straight away. But not on here. It's in a more shielded area.
If anyone has to take over for Captain Anderson, I'm glad it's you. I'm not sure about having non-humans on our ship, though.
Speak freely, Presley. I want to know if you have a problem with non-humans.
It's not that, Commander. Humanity has always handled its own problems. Saren attacked one of our colonies. We should be the ones to stop him. We don't need their help.
How did you end up assigned to the Normandy?
I signed up with the Alliance as a navigator right out of school, following in my grandfather's footsteps, I guess. My first posting was on the Agincourt. We were one of the first reinforcements to arrive at Elysium after the Blitz hit. Those raiders were no match for an Alliance frigate. Of course, the only reason the colony was still standing was because of you, Commander. I can't believe you held out as long as you did.
How'd you end up on the Normandy?
I got my officer's commission after Elysium. Must have made an impression on the right people. Captain asked for me when he was picking his crew.
Speak freely, Presley. I want to know if you have a problem with non-humans.
It's not that, Commander. Humanity has always handled its own problems. Saren attacked one of our colonies. We should be the ones to stop him. We don't need their help.
Some people think asking for help is a sign of weakness. That's just being stupid and stubborn. No matter how strong you are, allies can make you stronger.
I guess so. Maybe I'm just stuck in the old ways of thinking. But don't worry, Commander. This won't be a problem.
Carry on, Presley.
Yes, ma'am.
We'll run back here. Got the conference room. This is where we can ring people. Eventually we'll speak to like, the council here later on. A few other like phone calls we'll get every now and again. We get onto Mass Effect 2. This is the SR1. The SR2 that's built in there is similar design, but much bigger. Loads more rooms. That's going to be the lift for the lift simulator. little run through here. Ooh, there's that one. Oh, we'll come back to that. Get the codex entries. And let's talk to this wet blanket.
Anything you need, Commander?
What's your opinion on the last mission?
I don't see how we could have done things any better. At least not without getting to Eden Prime sooner. And we were on the scene faster than any other Alliance ship could have been.
Just trying to get a sense of where the crew's at. Thoughts?
I've wasted enough of your time for now, Commander. We'll have time for personal debriefings later.
What's your opinion on the last mission?
I don't... And we were on the scene faster
Mouse
than
to,
any other Alliance.
We'll talk another time, Lieutenant.
Did the mouse to controller too low there? Clicked on the same thing again. Sleeping pods. Just grabbing the codex entries for that. Now, who else is on this floor at the moment? Doctor.
Yes, Commander? Is there something you need?
How well do you know the Lieutenant?
I'd never worked with him before this mission, but he has an impressive service record.
Yeah,
Tends to
we
keep
went
to
through all the
himself,
L2
though.
stuff.
Maybe because of the headaches.
I should go.
Goodbye,
Wish it would
Commander.
it didn't if it would like highlight, you know, where you know, like which conversation trees you've already clicked on. Said I've got to remember everything. Nobody else in there just yet. Now then, one thing I want to check, unless I'm getting myself confused with Mass Effect 2. No, I must be getting myself mixed up with Mass Effect 2. Here we go. Go downstairs to the lower level now. Elevator simulator. You think, right? You can hold the entire of the Citadel in one like loading sequence. That huge space, that, you know, that of the Presidium. And yet it can't hold 3 decks of the Normandy in memory. When we're on the Normandy, those people that would take on my squad, they're sort of hanging out on different areas, like down here, like you've got Rex and what have you, and all that down here. This is sort of like your home base, basically, where you're coming between the missions. Let's chat with Garrus first.
Thanks for bringing me on board, Commander. I knew working with the Spectre would be better than life at CSEC.
Have you worked with the Spectre before?
Well, no, but I know what they're like. Spectres make their own rules. You're free to handle things your way. At CSEC, you're buried by rules. The damn bureaucrats are always on your back.
For the most part, the rules are there for a reason.
Maybe. But sometimes it feels like the rules are only there to stop me from doing my work. If I'm trying to take down a suspect, it shouldn't matter how I do it, as long as I do it.
But CSEC wants it done their way. Protocol and procedure come first. That's why I left.
So you just quit because you didn't like the way they do things?
There's more to it than that. It didn't start out bad, but as I rose in ranks, I got saddled with more and more red tape. CSEC's handling of Saren was typical. I just couldn't take it anymore. I hate leaving.
I hope you made the right choice. I'd hate for you to regret it later.
Well, that's sort of why I teamed up with you. It's a chance for me to get off the Citadel, see how things are done outside CSEC. Either way, I plan to make the most of this.
And without CSEC headquarters looking over my shoulder, well, maybe I can get the job done my way for a change.
If getting the job done means endangering innocent people, then no. We get the job done right, not fast. Got it?
I wasn't trying to. I understand, Commander.
Commander, good to see you.
That's him done. We got some licenses for this fella, didn't we?
Looking for supplies?
What are licenses?
Yeah, we've gone through that, yeah.
Many of the best licenses are hard to get, but they're well worth the cost if you can find them.
Not right now, thanks.
No problem. Keep checking back.
Yeah, we have to tell Garrus how it's done, because we've actually already had like 2 little disasters our class them as, not in the sort of character style that I play, but it's written into the story now, so we're going to continue. But we shouldn't have taken Rex on that mission because he executed that bloke, and then we should have done a few more conversations with that gangster woman on the Presidium, because that was a really, really bad renegade points.
Nice ship you've got, Shepard. What can I do for you?
What's your story, Rex?
There's no story. Go ask the Quarian if you want stories.
You Krogans live for centuries. Don't tell me you haven't had a few interesting adventures.
Well, there was this one time the Turians almost wiped out our entire race. That was fun.
Hello there, and welcome to the stream. We haven't long started. We're just doing the rounds at the minute of going around every... after completing the primary mission on the Citadels, before we go on to the next mission, going around everybody to get, get their input and open up their conversation trees.
I heard about that. They almost did the same to us.
It's not the same.
It seems pretty much the same to me.
So your people were infected with a genetic mutation? An infection that makes only a few in 1,000 children survive birth? And I suppose it's destroying your entire species?
I suppose it isn't all the same.
I don't expect you to understand, but don't compare humanity's fate with the Krogan.
Sorry, Rex. I wasn't trying to get you upset.
Your ignorance doesn't upset me, Shepard. As for the Krogan, I gave up on them long ago. The genophage infected us, but it's not what's killing us.
Is it something like 1 in 8? Something like that. Babies are stillborn because of the genophage. Can't quite remember off the top of my head.
What can you tell me about the genophage?
Ask the Solarians if you want details. They made it. All I know, it makes breeding nearly impossible. Thousands die in stillbirth, and most never get that far. Every Krogan is infected, every one, and no one's rushing to find a cure.
Why don't the Krogan try to find a cure?
When was the last time you saw a Krogan scientist? You ask a Krogan, would he rather find a cure for the genophage or fight for credits? He'll choose fighting every time. It's just who we are, Shepard. I can't change that. Nobody can.
Are your people really dying?
We're sure not getting any stronger. We're too spread out. None of us are interested in staying in our own system.
Lots of species have left their homes and prospered.
But they go to colonize new worlds. We're not settlers. We're warriors. We want to fight. So we leave. Hire ourselves out. And most of us never go back.
So long, Rex.
Shepard.
And that just leaves the last person to... Oh no, yeah, we do have the engineering bay to go to, but we'll do that in a second. But last person in this chamber is the space racist.
Commander?
What's your opinion of the last mission?
Kinda wish you'd got there sooner, Commander. No offense, I appreciate the rescue. I just wish...
You wish we'd been able to save the rest of your unit.
Yes, ma'am. If I had been more alert, we wouldn't have been cut down by an ambush.
The Geth are perfect ambushers. They don't move, they don't make noise, they don't even breathe.
They have flashlight heads, ma'am. I'll make sure it doesn't happen again.
Do you have a few minutes to talk? One-on-one?
I'm sorry, Commander. I need to get my duty squared away. I wouldn't mind talking more later, though.
Dismissed, Chief.
Ma'am.
There we go. We don't need to do the loadout things or anything like that in here because we've already got our maxed out equipment. Tally should be hiding in here. Let's see, is there any other... I think we got all of the codex points in here on episode 1.
Your ship's amazing, Shepard. I've never seen a drive core like this before. I can't believe you were able to fit it into a ship this small. I'm starting to understand why you humans have been so successful. I had no idea Alliance vessels were so advanced.
The Normandy's a prototype, cutting-edge technology.
A month ago, I was patching a makeshift fuel line into a converted tug ship in the flotilla. Now, I'm sitting on board one of the most advanced vessels in Citadel space. I have to thank you again for bringing me along. Traveling on a vessel like this is a dream come true for me.
I had no idea you found ship technology so interesting.
It comes with being a Quarian. The migrant fleet is the key to the survival of my people. Ships are our most valuable resource. But we don't have anything like this. We make do with cast-offs and second-hand equipment. We just try to keep them running for as long as we can. Some of the fleet's larger vessels date all the way back to our original flight from the Geth.
Well, let's just say for who we say later on, a certain wet blanket may not make it through the mission.
I can't believe your fleet's still using ships that are 3 centuries old.
They're constantly being repaired, modified, and refitted. They aren't pretty, but they work. Mostly. We've tried to make ourselves as independent as possible on the flotilla, grow our own food, mine and process our own fuel. But some things we just can't make on our own. A patch to maintain the hull integrity requires raw materials we just don't have. That's why our pilgrimages are so important.
Tell me about your people.
Our lives aren't easy. Resources are scarce, and we are constantly on the move. Everything we do must in some way contribute to the continuation of the migrant fleet. There are 17 million Quarians in the flotilla, and each of us relies on the others for survival. The bonds among my people are strong. Unfortunately, we have had to surrender many of the freedoms and civil liberties other species take for granted.
What kind of freedoms?
Well, it's illegal for parents to have more than one child. If our population grows too much, it would strain our resources to their breaking point. Of course, we also can't allow our numbers to become too few. If our population is in decline, the rule against single births is temporarily repealed. In extreme cases of population decline, incentives are even offered to encourage multiple births, though the Conclave hasn't had to take such measures in nearly a century.
Mass Effect dating simulator, it's all about the banging.
That's your government.
The Conclave is our civilian branch of government. Each ship can elect a representative to serve on the Conclave and make decisions that affect the fleet as a whole. On matters that affect an individual ship, however, the captain has the final say. It's a tradition that dates back to the early days, when the fleet was governed by martial law. Fortunately, most captains nowadays are smart enough to have an elected council from their crew to give them advice and guidance.
we need to make the decision on who we're going to bang. I'm thinking that when the time comes, we should maybe go for Tally for a change.
So the ultimate power rests with elected officials?
In practice, the Conclave and the respective council for each ship tend to set the rules that govern our daily lives. But in theory, we are still under military jurisdiction. The 5 top-ranking military officials in the fleet serve on the Admiralty Board. These 5 have the power to overrule any decision by the Conclave in case of emergency. To do so requires unanimous agreement among the Admiralty, and they can only do this once. After that, the entire board must resign their posts. It's a safeguard that served us well. In nearly 3 centuries, the Admiralty Board has only overruled the Conclave 4 times.
I want to know more about the Geth.
I doubt I can tell you anything you don't already know. It's been almost 3 centuries since they drove my people into exile. All I know is the story of their origins. What they were when we created them, and how they turned on us.
Interesting.
The Geth were originally created to serve as an automated manual labor force. Initially, their intelligence was as limited as any VI. Over time, we made small modifications to their programming to allow them to perform more varied and complex tasks, bringing them closer and closer to true AI status.
How come the Council didn't step in and stop you?
This wasn't true AI research. We may have been skirting the bounds of the law, but we never did anything that was actually illegal. The changes were so insignificant, so gradual, that we were able to control them. Or so we thought. But one thing we underestimated was the power of the neural network. A million Geth thinking simultaneously created an inherently unstable matrix.
So the Geth share brainpower?
Many of the Geth's logic systems were designed to work in concert with other nearby Geth. Basically, the more of them you have in a group, the smarter they are.
So there's some sort of group consciousness?
No, nothing like that. They cannot share sensory data or information. Their programming cannot handle that much simultaneous input. Each Geth maintains an individual awareness and identity. The neural network only operates on a process-based level. It's basically the synthetic equivalent of a subconscious. But when they're in close proximity, they can coordinate low-level functional processes, freeing up more capacity for original or independent thought.
What made them rebel?
As we built more and more Geth, their effective intelligence became more sophisticated, more abstract. One day, a Geth began to ask its Quarian overseer questions about the nature of its existence. Am I alive? Why am I here? What is my purpose? As you can imagine, this caused a near panic among my people.
I don't see what's so bad about those questions.
The Geth were created to engage in mundane, repetitive, or dangerous manual labor. That's fine for machines, but it won't satisfy a sentient being for long. The Geth were showing signs of rudimentary self-awareness and independent thought. If the Geth were intelligent, then we were essentially using them as slaves. It was inevitable the newly sentient Geth would rebel against their situation. We knew they would rise up against us, so we acted first. A general order went out across all Quarian-controlled systems to permanently deactivate all Geth. The Geth responded to this order violently.
Hey, you can't blame them for fighting for their survival.
We had no other choice. The Geth were already on the verge of revolution. By acting quickly, we had a chance to end the war before it began. The hope was that most of the Geth would still be little more than machines, incapable of organized resistance. But they had progressed much further than anyone anticipated. The war was long and bloody. Millions upon millions of Quarians died at their hands. In the end, we were forced to flee our own homeworld. We feared the Geth would pursue us, but they never came beyond the Veil. Now we drift through space, exile searching for a way to reclaim what was once ours.
It's hard to feel sorry for you. Your ancestors tried to wipe out another species.
We made a mistake when we created the Geth in the first place. But we did not make a mistake when we went to war against them. If we had not acted, they would have wiped us out. They're a synthetic life form. They have no use for organics. None. Why do you think they cut themselves off from the rest of the galaxy? Why do you think they've killed every organic being who's ever tried to contact them?
They didn't kill Saren.
What does that tell you? The Geth are not innocent victims in all this. They're the enemy. They want to destroy us. Not just the Quarians. All organic life. That's why they've joined up with Saren. And that's why we have to stop him.
I want to know more about the pilgrimage.
When my people reach maturity, we leave our birth ships and seek acceptance with a new crew. It's necessary to maintain genetic diversity among the fleet. But no ship wants to accept someone who will be a burden on them. So, to prove our worth, we embark on a pilgrimage. We set out alone, leaving the flotilla and our families behind us. We only return once we have found something of value we can bring back to the fleet. This is presented as a gift to the captain of the respective ship we wish to join. If the gift is accepted, we are welcomed into the crew.
Can a captain choose to reject the gift?
That doesn't happen often. Most captains are eager to increase the size of their crew. It increases their own standing in our society. Even when a gift is not particularly valuable, the captain usually accepts it out of a sense of tradition. However, there is a stigma to presenting a substandard gift. It's not the best way to make a good impression on a new community. Most pilgrims don't return until they find something worthwhile.
I can't believe they just send you off alone.
It's not like they just cast us out. Before we leave, we are given lessons in how to survive outside the flotilla, and given gifts to help us on our journey. We also receive implants to fight off sickness and disease. Generations of living in an isolated and highly controlled environment have left our immune systems weaker than most. By the time we leave the fleet, we are well equipped for the pilgrimage. This is a rite of passage for all Quarians. If it were dangerous, our numbers would suffer. Virtually every pilgrimage ends with a triumphant return and the ritual presentation of the gift to one of the fleet's captains.
I want to talk about something else.
Like what?
I should go.
See you later.
I think we just have this one more person to talk to, then we can get cracking on with the mission.
Hey, Commander, you know that Quarian, Tally? She's been spending all her time down here asking me about our engines.
I'll tell her to leave you alone.
What? No, she's amazing. I wish my guys were half as smart as she is. Give her a month on board and she'll know more about our engines than I do. She's got a real knack for technology, that one. I can see why you wanted her to come along.
I figured she'd be a real asset to the team.
You got an eye for Tally, Commander, but I'm guessing that's not why you came down here.
Fill me in on the IES stealth system. How does it work exactly?
You can't hide a ship out in space. They emit too much heat and radiation. Too easy for sensors to pick them up, unless you find a way to capture those emissions. So our stealth systems trap the energy we give off in storage sinks built into the ship itself. No emissions to give away our location. Eventually the sinks have to be vented. More than a few hours silent running and they overheat. Cook us inside our own hull.
There's no way for anyone to detect us?
A visual scan can still pick us up. Anyone looking out a window can see us plain as day. But you have to be pretty close to get an actual visual out in space. Most vessels rely on scanners. As long as the stealth systems are engaged, they can't see us. Not unless we accelerate to FTL speeds.
Why doesn't it work with faster-than-light travel?
Cranking up the FTL blue shifts our emissions, pushes them into frequencies too high to capture in the sinks. As soon as we make the jump, it's like setting off a flare. Sensors can pick up our location whenever we enter or exit FTL flight, but for short-range missions, our stealth systems are amazing, and we've got the only one.
Where else have you served, Adams?
If you name a class of Alliance ship, I've probably served on it. Everything from dreadnoughts and carriers right down to frigates like the Normandy. My last assignment was on the Tokyo, only a cruiser, but she was a good ship. Couldn't hold a candle to the Normandy, though.
I want to know more about the Normandy.
She's the best ship I've ever served on, probably the fastest vessel ever designed, and she's the only one using the new Tantalus drive core.
What's so special about the Tantalus drive core?
Proportionally, It's about twice the size of any other vessel. Not only are we faster, but we can run at FTL speeds longer before we have to discharge the core.
Carry on, Adams.
Aye, aye, Commander.
There we go. Has everybody been now harassed? So we'll head to the galactic map now. I'm forget. We talked to Gareth first down here, didn't we? Back into the lift simulator. So whilst we're in the lift, what's everybody's egg count up to? How many business presentations can we play? Not that they're enabled today. Slowly up the lift. 42.5 for Chrissy. And 40 for Royal T. You'll go on the main deck now. So, the next question is, which mission would you like us to go on to first? So, journal. We can go to Feros, we can go to Nevaria, or we can find Dr. Tassoni. There's also little secondary ones as well. We'll pick those up eventually, but I think today we'll start one of the main quests. Gather a few more of these little quests as we go. And then, like do them like a bigger one. But want to go to the Feros one? Right, let's see if we can find Feros on the map. Make sure I get the right buttons here. Zoom back out. Zoom out again. Yep, almost. Activate the Stargate, yep. So, you see as well, there's lots of these other little systems, other places as well open up across the galaxy as we discover more things. And there's all those little like secondary missions on some of the different planets, those will appear. I think this asteroid, is that the DLC one? We will cover that mission at a stage. Pinnacle Station is definitely DLC. 100% sure on that one. I'm guessing that's the other one. We'll do like probably a few episodes just on the DLC. Right. So there's 2 star systems here, but we'll go straight to Feros. Travel to another system. Yes. We'll leave the Citadel. Beautiful ship, the Normandy. I've already told you I've got models of them here. Last relay.
Commander, urgent message from Alliance Command coming in. I'll patch it through.
Shepard, this is Admiral Hackett from Alliance Command. We've got a situation here, and you're the only one that can handle it.
What do you need, Admiral?
There's an Alliance training ground where we test weapons and technology in live-fire simulations. One of the VIs we use to simulate enemy tactics in the drills is no longer responding to our override commands. It's gone rogue.
Yeah, it's just like that fella in, I can't remember his name, in Fallout 4. Every 5 minutes he's telling you a settlement's under attack.
How many casualties so far?
17 Marines were killed in the simulation exercises before we realized what had happened. That's when we contacted you. VI support is critical to our military success. They process thousands of status reports and react in nanoseconds. No human can do that. But as advanced as this thing is at military strategy, it's still just a VI. It's not self-aware, and it's completely disengaged from any networks. That's where you come in. We need you to fight your way through the training ground of the VI core and manually disable it.
Can't you disable it remotely?
Our failsafes aren't responding. The VI operates on a closed network. It can affect any external systems, but we don't have any direct access to its processes. We could bomb it from orbit, but the damage to the facility would be catastrophic. We'd prefer to have someone shut down the core. Someone like you. I know Spectres answer the Council, but you're still human. You're still part of the Alliance military, and right now we need you. The VI controls all the facility's weapons, drones, and automated defenses. You're the only one that can pull this off, Shepard. Good luck.
Right, let's have a little look, because as I said, it's been a long time since I played. I want to have a little look to remind myself about the various interfaces for the different planets. It'll only take a minute. I might as well get the any of our data. Now, how did the survey thing work? Line metal scans. Oh, there we go. That was easy enough. So the next ring is this planet. Survey planet. Ruffian data recovered. The next ring is Feros, so we'll just go. And off of that, I don't know. Yeah, like before, I got myself confused between all the different Mass Effects. Don't know if there's anything like hidden in this system off the top of my head. But we've got plenty of time, we're not worried. Here we are. We're down to Feros, where everyone's happy. I see. I'm the nutter that scanned every single planet, and you know the planets like that you can sort of like, it's sort of like the open worldy type one, shall we say, where you've got basically it's a big square of terrain that you can drive over. I've explored when I played this and got all the achievements. I've explored all of those and gotten all of the hidden ruins and everything. I've drove that Mako. Up every single cliff face. But before we do anything, I just want to quickly save it. Yeah, everything, because I mean, there's all of it. Like sometimes you've got to like go to really awkward places on the planet, but there's these like spherical obelisks and stuff like that, and things that from like 2001, the monoliths and stuff. There's all that kind of crazy stuff. Let's exit Normandy. I will take. I think for this playthrough, I'm going to try and stick to Garrus and Tali as our companions. I'm not taking the Space Racist or the Wet Blanket, and we haven't got to Sony yet. And I'm just worried that Rex might just be a little bit too violent. Here we go.
Equalizing interior pressure with exterior atmosphere. Logged. The commanding officer is ashore. Exo Presley has the deck.
Here we go. Do we get attacked straight away when we get here? No, I was thinking there's something else. There's still time to get attacked, I suppose. Let's just take a look here, because this is what I said, like when we first started playing this. This is the game that taught me to look up occasionally in games and just admire the level design and the amount of detail, things that you wouldn't actually, most players probably wouldn't even look at, just to see. Most of them are just like this is the sort of view that they'll see of the whole thing.
We saw your ship. Fi Dan wants to speak with you immediately. Who's Fidan?
He's our leader. He needs your help to prepare for the Geth. They're making another push. Please, up the stairs past the freighter. Take cover!
I was right, you can attack straight off the bat. Yeah, this is why combat's not an issue. You know, hundreds and hundreds of hours, the perfect pistol. See anything exciting over here? No. Someone coming up on the radar now. Ooh, did I glitch there? There we go. Sorted.
Think we got him, Commander.
Keep an eye on that radar. And plus, as well, with all the cooling upgrades that are in this this pistol, I can hold the trigger button down. Don't have to worry about it overheating.
Head to the tunnels. Make sure they're secure.
What if I find Geth there?
Those Geth are bloody dangerous.
Look here, place is all bombed out.
Glad to see some soldiers. Our numbers are getting thin.
Get ready.
How is a woman supposed to think with guns going off all around?
I fear the Geth will kill us all.
Have a little rummage around. Can't quite remember where everything is here. I know that that fella's over there. That kind of reminds me of the vehicle there from Aliens. Don't think the name of the film there.
But I don't know how to use a gun.
Stop the Geth.
They're coming. They just keep on coming. This work must be completed. The Geth can't be allowed into the heart of the colony.
Freighter crane control.
This work must be completed.
Must be later. See a green
Oh,
no, too late.
Commander. I'm glad they finally sent somebody to help us.
You're a bit late, aren't you?
Arcelia. Sorry, Commander. Everyone's on edge since...
Watch out! We've got Geth in the tower!
Protect the heart of the colony!
Come on, save.
Engage the target.
A couple more on the radar, but we might as well advance and take them out.
I don't want to die. Please, don't let me die.
Did he survive?
Area secured.
I think he got blowed up. A few more red blips on the radar. Isn't there some like dog creatures or something in this bit as well? But still get. Don't put shields up, they'll not help you. Rocket. More minutes. Just one more left. There's the dropship away.
We should update Vidan on the situation before we move on to wherever the Geth are bunkered. He's the closest thing left to proper channels.
Have a quick look on the map. Do we have a map yet? Yeah, so down to the tunnels. That's Zeus Hope. That's the Normandy. So we'll run back down and we'll have a word with him here. I just want to quickly run to the end of here because I can't remember if there was a terminal back here. Or maybe we have to go and collect the mission off a colonist before we can click something over here. Yeah, I knew there was a terminal back here. I haven't played for 10 years, but I still remember everything. Yep, all the combat with our super pistol is going to be nice and easy though, Chrissy. Just reduce everything to gel. Yeah, I think we have to come back for that terminal. It's an easy decryption. I'll just override it. Convert to gel. Convert to gel. Don't even look at what it is. Yeah, I think we have to come back to this terminal later on, but it's not like it's a hardship to come along here. We'll head back down to the colony. I want to see what's in that green room as well. Green room, the one with the door with the green light on it. Can't quite. There's probably nothing in there, but you know, for completion's sake. Where is he?
The tower's secure. Thanks to you, Commander.
I'm just glad your colony's safe.
I appreciate your concern and your efforts against the Geth.
They may have been slowed, but they'll be back. They always come back.
Help me find what the Geth are after, and you'll all get out of here alive.
We don't know what they're after. They came, they attacked us, that's all we know. Their main base is at the Exogeny headquarters. A good place to start looking if you want answers.
What's Exogeny?
It's the company most of us work for before the attacks. They fund this colony. The Skyway leads directly to Exogeny headquarters. You can't miss it.
Of course, there's an army of Geth between here and there.
I didn't expect this would be easy.
Then maybe I can get this colony operational again.
What can you tell me about the defenses the Geth have set up?
I don't have any details, but I'll wager it's a lot more fortified than the command post.
They landed at least one Geth ship at Exogeny, and I've seen large walking tanks on the Skyway. Expect a hard fight.
What do you need done to get this place back on its feet?
We need those Geth destroyed.
Arcelia's right. There are still Geth in the tunnels. We also have more mundane problems like food, water, and power. I'm not sure where we stand on those matters. You should talk to the people overseeing them.
Is there anything I can do to solve your water shortage?
Maka Doyle has been assigned to that particular issue. If you have any insight to offer, please speak with her.
What's wrong with the colony's power supply?
May O'Connell is working on our power problems. She'd know more about it than I do.
You mentioned something about a food shortage.
Davin Reynolds is tasked with securing food for the immediate future. If you can assist, please speak with him.
Do you have information about Geth in the lower tunnels?
Nothing new. They're in the tunnel somewhere, likely guarding a transmitter to coordinate attacks. It's not a critical threat right now, but getting rid of that transmitter will help us defend against further attacks.
Let's talk about Zeus, Hope, and Feros in general.
Of course, Commander.
What do you need done to get this place back on its feet?
We need those Geth destroyed.
Arcelia's right. I'm not sure where we stand on those matters. You should talk to the people over there.
Let's talk about Zeus, Hope, and Feros in general.
Of course, Commander.
Tell me about your colony.
Life is hard and often brutal, even without our current problems. Colonial affairs back on Earth told us we'd be beneath the notice of any raiders. I guess they weren't counting on the Geth. But, despite everything, there's something tranquil about this place, unlike anything I've experienced before.
How big was the original Feros colony?
We were nearly 1,000 at the main site, 200 more at my outpost. When the first wave obliterated our defenses, we fell back to Zoo's Hope.
The Normandy isn't huge, but we could airlift you out.
The Geth fighters are too dangerous, and I won't be driven off this world. It is our home. There's a chance for growth here that's simply not available on other worlds.
What else can you tell me about Exogeny?
Exogeny funded this colony. Without them, we wouldn't be stuck here.
They specialize in colonization. In return for bankrolling the colony, we work for them. Their main goal is the retrieval of valuable artifacts or resources.
Except there isn't anything here. Or if there is, we didn't find it.
I wonder if that's what the Geth are looking for.
Perhaps. As she said, we never found anything of value.
Of course, the Geth could know something we don't.
I'll talk to you when I learn more.
Good luck, Commander.
Right, so now we'll have a quick scoot around and get all those other missions gathered up so that we can just rattle them off in the main quest sequence. Ooh, went a bit laggy there for a second.
I just have to stop thinking about the past.
You'll have to forgive my wife. Calantha's not in her right mind. She just needs to relax and accept what's happened.
Tell me about the colony.
I can't tell you much about that. You'd best ask Fidan if you really must know.
Why can't you tell me? I just want to know about the colony.
Fidan is our leader. Who better to answer questions about the colony?
What do you do for the colony?
I'm a medic. Or I am since the doctor died. I've tried my best since she was killed.
Do you know anything about this planet?
Just what I was told by Colonial Affairs. It's a little different from what they claimed. It's not all bad, though. When the Geth are gone, we'll have a chance to create something even more spectacular than before.
What happened to your wife?
The constant attacks have strained us all. She'll adapt. We all have.
Is there anything I can do for her?
No, she just needs time. Time to absorb everything. We'll be fine.
Do you have any idea what the Geth were looking for?
I can't think of any reason for an attack like this. We just wanted to build a home.
I have to go.
Please do what you can to stop the attacks.
Hello, Off-Worlder. I'm glad that we aren't totally forgotten by the rest of the galaxy.
Dear, please try to rest. You're not ready to speak.
But they should know. I mean, they are very important. Yes. That's better.
Is there anything I can do for you?
I'm fine. I just need to try to think clearly. It's just a lingering pain from the last attack. I'll be fine.
I can't see any significant damage, but something is clearly causing her pain.
Please, just let her rest. She just needs rest.
Next room.
You're the one who repelled that last wave. They'll be back. And if the Geth don't kill us, we'll die of hunger soon enough.
Are you doing anything to remedy the situation?
I need to boost rations with Varen meat, but it's too dangerous. The Alpha Varen, he's huge and he's mad. Rabid, maybe. Totally uncontrollable. I can't do anything until he's dead.
I have a ship. I could bring in supplies from off-world.
I'd rather you concentrated on the Geth. Food won't help us if they breach our defenses.
Tell me about Zeus Hope.
The colony is growing. Or it was. But you should speak with Fidan. He is our leader.
Why should I speak with Fidan? Why can't you tell me?
I don't want to talk about that right now. Speak with Fidan.
Tell me about yourself.
What's to tell? I came here with my wife Greta, looking for adventure, a new life together. This isn't exactly what we signed up for. Of course, it would be much better without the Geth. We were really starting to enjoy the colony before they came.
Tell me about hunting Varen.
Hunting them is impossible while fending off the Geth. On the positive side, they'll attack anything, even those damn synthetics. The big Alpha Varen is the real problem. He's mad, erratic, completely unpredictable.
I have to go.
So long, Commander.
That's another mission gathered up. Let's just check everyone at the gate just to make sure. Oh, speak to the engineer as well in a minute.
They're still out
Yeah, these
there.
are just colonists.
At least the Geth can't.
Not the best shot, but I'll do what I can.
I'm sorry, but I can't stop to talk. I have to deal with the water shortage.
Is there anything I can do?
The utilities building was one of the first to fall under Geth control. Find the mains and turn them back on. Until then, this colony is dry.
Tell me about the colony.
We are a small group, part of a larger colony, before the Geth attacked. You should speak to Fidan. It's his responsibility. He knows the colony best.
I have a ship fueled and ready to go. I could bring water in.
Unless you plan to make a trip every few days, that wouldn't really solve our problem. We need to be self-sufficient.
What do you know about this planet?
I am not the one to ask about that. Ask Fidan or one of the others.
Tell me about yourself.
I'd rather not. This is not the time or the place. Please, help us or don't. Otherwise, leave me to my work.
I have to go.
I wish you luck.
Nice work with those Geth. Glad you showed up. I still need the power cells for this generator, though. If I find anything while I'm looking around, I'll send it your way. Thank you, Commander. I appreciate it.
There's a few more. Yeah, there was nobody over there. Just these guys here, just to gather up.
You're the commander of the ship that just landed.
What do you know about the colony?
We just arrived a short time ago. It seemed like any other colony at first, but it's different somehow.
What do you mean?
It's hard to explain. It's kind of like... I can't describe it. You should speak with Fidan. He knows the colony better than me.
What do you do here?
I'm just watching over the ship, making sure she doesn't get any worse. If nothing else, she's good for hiding in when those Geth come over the walls.
It looks like you're monitoring something.
No, well, just ship diagnostics. It's nothing. I should get back to it, but Fidan, what's the report on... I should go.
Maybe I can help you. What are you trying to diagnose?
No, thanks, really. Now, this work must be complete. I can't be distracted. Please go.
Because they're hiding something. Right, let's go back to Fidan for a second. Then we'll crack on into the tunnels.
I'm grateful for what you've done, but your heroics don't impress me, Commander.
Tell me about Zeus Hope.
I can't tell you much about it. You should speak to Fidan if you want to know more.
Tell me more about yourself, Arcelia.
I'm a rent-a-cop. I was hired to keep kids from writing graffiti on the walls at Exogeny. Then all this happened. I wasn't trained for this. I didn't ask for it. I just wanted to end.
What can you tell me about the Geth? Do you have any idea what they might be after?
I can't tell you anything about that. I suggest you go to Exogeny if you want answers to those questions.
I get the feeling you don't like me.
How would you feel if you were hung out to dry by every government organization that ever promised to keep you safe? They should have sent a small fleet. Instead, we get one ship. And you're only interested in the Geth.
What can you tell me about Exogeny?
Very little. I work there as a security officer. I know they were looking for artifacts and anything of value. That's what they do. They fund the colony. In return, we help them uncover buried treasure. It's definitely not as exciting as they make it sound.
Goodbye.
Commander.
Commander, what can I do for you?
Some of the colonists are acting strange.
We're a close-knit group, Commander. Most of us have lost loved ones, friends.
These aren't trained soldiers. Nobody taught us how to deal with the horrors of war.
This is our home. We've watched the Geth slowly destroy everything that is important to us. Don't judge us too harshly.
I'll talk to you when I learn more.
Good luck, Commander.
Right, let's... well, I wasn't the right place. Let's have a quick look at the map. So, there's no other markers on here, but I want to have a quick run back to down to this bottom end of the corridor. So I'm thinking that panel I was thinking about might be something to do with that water. We're going this way anyway, so it's not like it's difficult for us to quickly run up that corridor as we go. I don't think we get attacked again down here. It's not yet, anyway. Nope. Must be missing something. I'm sure we'll come back to it. I'll probably remember it later on. Yeah, what could possibly go wrong? Wrong button. Stairs down the tunnel. Elevator. Take the stairs for a moment. What's down this one?
Oh god, they're everywhere!
Not for long, though. So dark. Quick look at the map. What's that? Collapsed highway. Geth transmitter. Oh, is this the way we're supposed to have gone? Quickly hop into here as well. So, we have a series of our primary missions, which are the find power cells, restore the waters, all that fun stuff. Plus, well, yeah, we've got these other missions as well. We still have to investigate the Exogeny headquarters as well. Is there anybody there? I seem to vaguely remember how, yeah, I was going to say, I remember having to fight away through this. There we go.
This valve looks like part of a large system. There are likely others we need to activate as well.
Let's get the water done though, at least. Anything here before we cross the bridge? Blow up. If sniper, this isn't Plum Hunters.
You don't want to go down there.
What are you doing down here?
Nothing I should be, and anything I shouldn't. That was a good one. Very intense.
What's the matter with you?
Just invoking the Master's whip helps remind me I'm still alive. You're here for the Geth, aren't you? You're not the only one interested in those things.
Who else is looking for the Geth?
Not looking for. Looking to get rid of. They're a thorn in the side of the... Trying to get to the...
This one is no longer fit. We should leave him.
Is there anything I can do to help you? Do you even want help?
Help me? No. No one can help me now. I'd rather die fighting!
I could help you if you told me what you're fighting.
Not that kind of fight. It's like running through a thorn bush. The more you struggle, time's up. Company's coming. Ask Faidan. Ask him about the... Ah!
Heads up.
Oh, crazy person.
I won't do it. I won't. I can't. I won't do it.
That's just another day at the office. Quickly want to have a quick scan of the map, though. Ooh, what's that? F transmitter. So where are we again on here? We're up here. That's the way at the collapsed highway. That's that bit there, right? Quick look across here. Dead end. Yeah, it's a real inconvenience, that royalty. That one's a dead end. Hang on. What, can't see a thing? Back down here. We'll sort out that GEF transmittery thing now, I suppose, if we can.
There's another one. Doesn't look like it's been activated yet, though. We should keep looking.
Yeah. So one more on the radar. Never mind. Oh no, what's going on? That was a Krogan in there. What are they doing here? We might as well just compact all this down because we don't need whatever these upgrades are. There's another submission complete. Should be a button just to compact it all into all of it into gel. Put our guns away. Quickly bring up the map for a second. Collapsed highway section. I wonder if I always want to nip upstairs again and go down that lift because I can't remember where that lift takes you out at. Unless it does take you out to the highway section. Fish dogs. Oh, this is where the alpha is. Anything else exciting down here? should maybe have a quick check. Because we haven't activated all those water points yet, have we? We must have walked straight past one somewhere. Oh, look at that. Remove power cell. Just compact all that to gel. Yeah, Chrissy. Yeah, the fish dog's just looking for a cuddle. Very wet, slobbery cuddle. Just go back to the end of this corridor again, then we'll work our way backwards the other way. Because I want to make sure that we've hit all these pipe points for turning the water back on. Probably missed something that's like staring us in the face because we're distracted by the crazy man.
My mind is my own. My mind is my own. My mind is my own. My mind.
Not quite, because I think the Thorian has you. Right, I can't see anything there. Just keep looking at these pipes to make sure there's not a terminal that we haven't just like walked past. Is that what you do, Chrissy, when you're sat at the desk? You try doing it like the entire time when you're in a conference call. We activated that terminal. Just like we walk past one completely. Yeah, we've walked past one here completely blind.
There! That did it! The system is active.
Yeah, what? Since we're going back upstairs, we might as well turn in all these quests. Because we're going to be almost back into that place anyway. Yep, another floor. Just check the map so I can see where we're going. Straight down and round here, and yeah, you can see the three missions, one after another, that we can just turn in a big row. Then we'll come back to the lift. Yeah, it's the right way, isn't it? Then into the colony area. To this colony can. Quest number 1.
Hello again, Commander.
I killed the big Varen. The rest are yours.
Excellent. I'll organize a hunt when the immediate threat of the Geth is gone.
I have to go.
Here, for your trouble. It's not much, I know, but it's all we can spare.
Yep, nothing, because all of our inventory stuff is all maxed out anyway at 100%.
Nice work with those Geth. Glad you showed up. I still need the power cells for this generator, though.
I found these power cells in the tunnels. Are they what you're looking for?
I knew they'd turn up eventually. Here, Fidan gave me some requisition money. It's all yours. Now if I can kick these power cells into place, I'll have this colony up and running in no time.
The water started running not long ago. Thanks to you, I assume. Now we just need to deal with the Geth and we can get back to growing this colony. Here, a few credits for your trouble. Thank you again, Commander.
There we go.
Commander, I was told to make my supplies available to you if you wish.
What can you tell me about Zoo's Hope?
A fascinating place by all accounts, though the Geth have made it treacherous. You might like it here too if you gave it a chance, Commander. I never thought I'd stay in one place for long, but here? I will stay here.
This place is barely holding together. Why stay here?
I can't give you an answer to that, Commander. At least not one that you would comprehend. Why not try asking Fidan? Maybe he can tell you what I can't.
What's your name, Solarian?
My full name is Goratu Heranon Maldinest God Inost Ledra.
Steve.
Humans usually employ surname and given name only. Inost and Ledra in my case.
Why's your name so long?
We are named for our origins. Goratu is my homeworld, Heranon my clan's country, Maldinest and Got are the city and district where I live.
What's a Solarian doing on a human colony?
This Solarian goes where the credits are. Or I did. A well-stocked freighter can be a profitable investment on a new colony. But once I was here, I decided to stay on. The colony life grows on you after a while.
How do you keep things in stock in conditions like this?
My list of consumers has shrunk significantly since the attacks, and few of those have time for shopping.
Let me see what you have.
Of course. I may be able to provide a few interesting items.
Interesting items that we don't need, but we'll pick up the licenses just to keep that fella on the ship happy. Well, let's go and have a chat with Fidan and see if there's anything you'd like to share with us now.
Commander, what can I do for you?
I destroyed a Geth transmitter in the tunnels. They won't be a problem any longer.
Thank you, Commander. We're in your debt. You've taken a great weight off my shoulders. I just wish I had such good news for every problem.
Let's talk about Zoo's Hope and Feros in general.
Of course, Commander.
Some of the colonists are acting strange.
We've been over this, Commander. The colonists are my concern. The Geth are yours.
There's a guy living down in the tunnels. Is he one of yours?
That would be Ian. He's very sick.
He seems to be more than just sick.
He hasn't been the same since the attack. We tried to help him, but he wouldn't listen to us. I can't help my people if they won't listen, Commander.
Don't you have medical supplies? Something to help him?
I wish it was that simple. Ian was a good man I'd like to have with us. Please, Commander. I'd prefer not to talk about it anymore.
I'll talk to you when I learn more.
Good luck, Commander.
Right, let's head on out. Go up to that lift, and that'll take us to the garage, I believe. Oh, I'm getting some strange error messages in the chat again. We've still got loads of the technical problems today. Actually, let's just test one of our special buttons.
Oh, they'll be here any minute.
I don't know how much more I can take.
Nope, didn't work. It just seems to be keep resetting the chat. As if we've just started the stream. Yeah, and nothing as well coming from my mind. It's passing the messages over to YouTube, but it's not passing. It's not passing anything to Twitch. It's such a carry on to log in as well. What are you doing sitting over there? Every time you log in, you've got to go with the carry on of getting the text message and what have you. So this, everyone, is the first time in our playthrough that we will be driving a Mako. The bit that we're going to do is on rails, basically. It's just one road.
And now to the Geth base. Something
But when we go on actual planets with this, we'll have some fun with it.
The last batch went south. Are they looking for?
It's all over the place.
It's too weak to pinpoint, but there's definitely someone out here.
There's a secondary weapon on this. Do little jumps as well.
More chatter, Commander Shepard. I still can't get a fix on the location.
In Mass Effect Andromeda, you have like another sort of version of this vehicle. I've got a remote controlled one. It's got a little camera on the front of it as well, so you can drive it around. Because I drove our old house. I drove it around the whole house. I filmed a little sequence as it went through, because it was a bungalow, and I drove for like from the carpet into the like through the living room, through the back passageway a bit, and out into the conservatory. Was it just machine gun, or was there another weapon on this? Ah, right, it's that key. Woodstocks chase it around the chase it around the house.
She's my daughter. I'll wait as long as I have to.
What does the repair thing work again? Oh, hang on. Secondary objective. What have we got here then? Let's just override it. Then melt everything down. I don't even know what we have in our inventory. Oh, is he not fond of the hairdryer? Poor little kitty, I hope you're not teasing him. Quick check of the map. I missed something else here. Ah, second opening. Closed. Is it as soon as you pick it up, he knows what it is, even before you turn it on?
We've got movement. Some kind of vehicle. Not one of the Geth.
They must be close enough to see us.
Let's go and have a chat with these folk.
That's close enough.
Relax, Jong. They're obviously not Geth.
Get back, Juliana. Who are you? What do you want?
Commander Shepard, I'm here to remove your Geth problem.
You see? You worry too much.
And you trust too easily, Juliana.
I'm just glad to see a friendly face. I thought we were the only humans left on this planet.
Fidan and some of the members of Zoo's Hope are still alive.
I thought you said they were all dead.
I said they were probably all dead.
They're surviving, but the Geth really hit them hard.
We know what that's like. Those damn synthetics are relentless.
I'll do whatever I can to keep them away from you, but I need some information.
What kind of information?
Ignore him. The Geth are up in the Exogeny headquarters, just a bit further along the Skyway.
Those headquarters are private property, soldier. Remove the Geth and nothing else.
I'm not interested in your company's secrets.
Commander, before you go, my daughter, Lisbeth, she's missing.
They shouldn't waste time poking around. We could do a proper accounting of our casualties after the Geth are gone.
That's my daughter you're talking about. She's still alive. I know it.
Where's your daughter, Juliana?
She was working in the Exogeny building when the attacks came.
Oh, yeah, there were several places she could hide. For a short time.
If she's in there, I'll get her out.
Thank you, Commander. Thank you.
How did you get split up from the Zoo's Hope colony?
Most of us lived closer to the Exogeny building. Zoo's Hope was mostly used as a port. When the Geth hit, we scattered. Until you told us about the others, we assumed they were killed in the first wave. If we had known they were still alive, we might have attempted to join them.
They're fairly secure now. Maybe you should do that.
No. I don't think that's a good idea. We have no vehicles, and the Skyway offers little protection.
Like the building we're in now?
Listen, our best hope is to sit tight and wait for company reinforcements. They'll come eventually.
Do you know what the Geth are after?
I have no idea. We certainly haven't found anything of use. Something Exogeny is keen to remind us of.
We need to recoup our expenses. It's nothing personal.
Was it the return of that same bot again?
Tell me about the colony.
We established ourselves here 4 years ago. Growth was steady until the attacks. Our biggest challenge has been the lack of resources. There's just so little here of value. Still, we were making a go of it. It was even starting to feel like home.
What brought you here?
I guess I thought this would be the start of a new life. I wanted to go where I could feel like I was making a difference. Instead, everything we built is destroyed. It's very hard not to lose hope.
Where's your daughter, Juliana?
Somewhere at the Exogeny headquarters, I hope.
What was the building used for?
Oh, yeah, we repurposed that structure to serve as headquarters for Exogeny. That's mostly offices with a number of light-duty R&D labs.
Exogeny is a master at repurposing anything and everything.
The company has to make a profit somehow, Juliana. Feros is a long way from self-sufficient.
Stay bunkered down until I find out what the Geth are after.
Of course. And please remember, if you see my daughter...
Well, quick was around here. We'll gather up the missions, and then next week we'll be able to come in and do like hammer through the missions and all the bits to do like the main story. But we'll gather up all the little submissions now. That means next week we'll just be able to get straight into it.
Have a moment to speak with me. I've got a bit of a problem.
What do you need?
I need to retrieve some data. It's not a big job, but it pays well.
Sounds easy enough. What's the catch?
No catch, really. It's dangerous work, but not for someone like you.
What is it about you that makes people assume we enjoy being in harm's way?
It's not that bad, really. All you need to do is find my console at Exogeny headquarters and drop the data onto this OSD. It's that simple.
I'll look around if I get the chance.
I appreciate it. That data could be worth a lot of money. Of course, this all depends on getting out of here alive.
Yeah, Chris, I didn't realize that the thing is with this game, if it could be, I keep everything to like hour and a half to 2 hours. I honestly, if I didn't like stop myself, I would just play this till about 5 in the morning.
Tell me about the data I'm getting for you.
Plans for a few prototype mods? I'm a freelancer. Some of my mods are highly sought after.
Why work in the middle of nowhere if your skills are so useful?
Maybe I've got a bit of the frontier spirit in me. That, and the alternative is a bit too secure for my liking. Freelancers don't have to worry about security as much, so long as we keep a low profile.
Do you have any idea what the Geth were looking for?
That's for smarter men than me to figure out. I have no idea what anyone would want with this ruin.
Time to get moving.
Just keep in mind what I said.
So we've gathered up his mission. The refugees.
Just can't.
If I survived it, this wouldn't have happened if Exogeny had backed us from the start.
Refugees.
Why build a colony if
We've been trapped for days. I hope you can get us out of this mess.
Anything else? No, he's just on his own.
We ran when the attack hit.
They're still locked in place now, aren't they?
Exogeny Corp appreciates your cooperation in securing.
Any luck finding my workstation out in the ruins?
Time to get moving.
Just keep in mind what I said.
Right, so the next stage, let's have a quick look at our journal. So we're still in... Oops. So at the minute we're heading up to investigate the Exogeny headquarters. We've gone through all these different sections of that mission so far. Sort by name. That'll give us a fighting chance. So Feros, we still have to find the console. Now why is that other mission not appearing? Sort by oldest. Why is her daughter's mission not appearing? Let's just quickly go and speak to them again before we...
Please, keep your fire to a minimum when you go to the Exogeny building. We want to minimize damage. Oh, and I must inform you that the company will not be responsible for any injuries you sustain while in our facility.
You're not much of a people person, are you?
I like people. I just like them more when they're helping Exogeny profit. Someone needs to worry about the bottom line. I'm the only one left.
Tell me about Exogeny.
Please. Exogeny Corp is the premier engine of colonization in the new multi-system economy. And in conjunction with our core interests, exploration provides a broad investment base for shareholders.
What are the company's core interests?
Exogeny has a number of subsidiary companies in many different fields. The most profitable adapt alien technologies. There are many other industrial branches, but they aren't really relevant to Feros.
Tell me about yourself, John.
Me? Yeah, I was sent here to do some routine estimations of the potential return on investment. The attack was certainly a surprise to me. I've been trapped here ever since. Can't wait for the Home Office to get me off this rock.
Do you have any idea why the Geth attacked you?
None. We're scrambling to find anything of value. There's nothing here to warrant an invasion. There's barely enough here to warrant a colony.
I'm going.
please be careful if you go to headquarters. We don't want any unnecessary...
We can't click on her again. I'm sure that mission will pop up as we go. What we're going to do now, though, is save. So we're on to save 459. And that's where we'll leave it for today. 2 seconds whilst I jiggle the microphone around so I can face the screen. Apparently I have 3 notifications as well. Get rid of Discord off here for a minute. Right, let's see who we can go and harass for a few minutes then. Anybody streaming? We'll of course tomorrow be back with Alan Wake Season 3, Episode 3, which I think is called Ransom? I could be wrong. Let's see. Was Overcooked, was that one of the games that you guys wanted to, we were talking about a little while ago? Should we go and see Alex playing Overcooked? And see the stress levels for 5 minutes. We'll hop into that one and see how it goes. Does Royalty like Overcooked? Yeah, well we'll definitely go there and have a little look. So we'll start that one there. So thanks for watching, everybody, and I'll see you all next time. I'm on the wrong menu for the stream deck. Right, here we go. Let's try that again. Thank you for joining me today. If you are enjoying our journey and would like to see more, then please rate, comment, favourite and subscribe in whichever manner your chosen platform allows. If you are joining us on Twitch, Mixer or YouTube, where we have loads more for you to watch, from our live streams to all our episodes across our various series. You can also drop by and say hi over on Discord, where we chat about everything from Minecraft to books and movies to tabletop games. But most importantly, thank you very much for watching and have a lovely day.